Listen, I have an idea.
It's how I feel when you make lemonade. Whatever today has given you. 511 headaches, still call it Thanksgiving. True.
Welcome to another edition of the Super Duper Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Briggs, here with the super producer, Ez McMahon.
Yes. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I got that double shot, and it ain't Hennessy, brother. Got that double vaccine, man, and I'm sleepy. But we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work on the pod. Thank you for checking us out. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us online at hp53productions.com and also on the socials at Super Duper Pod, SUPADUPAPOD. Put a post up about our last episode where we talked about Black Cake. As again, we talked about that last year and last week, but whatever. But make sure you check out past episodes of Super Duper Pod. You might learn something. And also check out the Easy Smoking GM podcast with that on Ez McMahon. I'm sure you guys are recording this week.
We already did. Just talked about the Bears woes. Where'd they play last week?
Chargers.
The Chargers, yes. LA Sunday night.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that out of my mind. Sorry.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and then we'll be back this week. We'll recap this week's game against the Saints, and then also look back on the big trade that they made for Montez Sweat, and just what the future holds. They fired another assistant coach this week.
Yeah, saw that, man.
So yeah, a lot of stuff going on at Hallis Hall. So we'll definitely get y'all updated on what's going on there. So yeah.
No doubt. Well, make sure you check out the Easy Smoke and GM podcast wherever you get your podcast. So, as before we get started, man, I want to wish out on the CG the boss. What's up, sir? Wish him a very happy birthday. We don't like you. We never did like you, but hope you have a great birthday. Yeah, but man, so as the past week, we didn't talk about it last week. It was Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little cold here in Chicago. So I had to kind of improvise. So I planned to take the boys to the mall. Brooklyn was cool. She was like, I just gave her a big old bag of candy. She was like, look, good thinking, Dad. The boys still wanted to hit the block because it was like he's supposed to hit like 28 degrees, man.
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold.
Yeah, so we get out there. I get to the house and the boys are like, Dad, can we go outside around the block? I said, are y'all sure? Because in my mind, y'all were gonna clean up at the mall, but if y'all just want to go around the block, guess what? I can make it to the gym on time. So cool. Let's go around the block. Go around the block. One time, man, they were ready to come back in the house. They were like, both of them separately, hey, Dad, I got enough candy. Can I get back home? I was like, I don't know who I'm raising. I'm raising some softies, man. I was in that kind of weather, running, playing ball, going to get candy, no gloves, jacket open. But it was cold on Wednesday, man. Yeah, it was. No. All jokes aside, it was freezing. But so here's the thing, though, man. Halloween ain't the same because and maybe I'm being bougie and maybe I'm just being elitist. But it was like people, like parents. A lot of parents don't walk with their kids no more. Like it's a lot of traffic jams, and I couldn't figure out why till I saw that people were in the car driving along as their kids were trick-or-treating, saying, go ring that doorbell. See if somebody at home. I was like, this is the dumbest thing. One lady is, no lie, in the middle of the street, got out of her car, door open, to tell the kids to go to the house. I'm thinking, lady, if you don't park, I started driving fast. I was like, I don't want to hit nobody, but it was like, that's why I don't know if I told you this, I want a rubber car, pause. Where it's like, if I hit people, I don't hurt them, but they be like, oh man, the man hit me. To teach people a lesson, don't leave your car here. Don't just jump out of the car. And they be looking around for this black Hummer that's made out of rubber. But yeah, man, it's just like folks just you don't want to walk with your kid to trick or treat. They go somewhere else, man. Park the car, walk the block. It blew my mind. Blew my mind, dude.
Well, that's laziness, man. Laziness.
I mean, I didn't understand what was going on. But it was like, people still giving out candy. Shout out to people who make a big deal out of how, I'm even when didn't have kids, I lived in a condo or what have you. And once the kids were old enough, they was always outside to get some candy, right? So it's just like I don't mind walking the neighborhood and showing the kids. But it's still fun to see kids in costumes and whatnot. And shout out to the people who take the time to. So one house were giving away like hot dogs and whatnot. I was like,
Really?
yeah. I was like, okay, I'll be
Did
back. What y'all
you
doing next week?
did you find the house that was giving away full candy bars?
No, I don't think they
No?
did that. That wasn't. So was that last year I said it? I gave away full candy bars. Did we talk about this? You remember this?
You might have. I don't remember.
Yeah. So I mean, I know you don't listen to me, but it was like a. You're like, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you said it. Thanks, Ez. Feel great, man. But no, it's last year. We were in my neighborhood and took the chipmunks out. But I put candy in my bowl because I wasn't gonna be here. I put a bowl out front, and get back taking the chipmunks. Dump on the table. My bowl was empty, which I expected. I was like, okay, it's all good. But something told me to look at the Ring camera. As I look at the Ring camera, and I see like people coming like, wow, full size candy bars, come over here. Then one little so and so dumped the whole bowl in his bag. Had it on camera. Never again am I leaving the bowl just out there, just for some little hooligan miscreant.
Well, you should. I mean, you should have known better than that.
It's facts. That's on me, bro. It's on me. You know what? Because I was like, Rob, that's you. It's all you. So I was trying to figure out where, because I didn't have time to make a contraption to snap your finger when you got one at the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be nice.
What would young Rob have done in the same situation?
What if I was out there doing that, taking one? Because I know how my life's set up. I try to do bad. My whole bag would have busted open. That's how I live. That's how it hit me. That's why I try to live right, dog. Because my whole bag just would have split open randomly. All my candy gone. You know what I mean? So I'm taking one. But Halloween ain't the same. But shout out to everybody who was outside, no matter where you were. Hopefully, if you're not in Chicago, it was warm where you were because it was cold. Then a mug here, man. So Ez, another thing, man. I always joke about my Instagram intake and how I got to get off of it. But like lately, I've been thinking I would need to leave Instagram alone because it's like I'll sit down and be thinking like, yeah, let me just look at this for a few minutes, and then I look up 20 minutes ago. Y'all, my algorithm. I'm trying to fix that. Trying to adjust.
That's hard to do.
Trying to adjust my algorithm a bit. Just in case. It's like, how is all of this on mine? Jeez, what's wrong with you?
Just don't let anyone else see it. That's all.
Just like, do I need an intervention? Jeez. But I looked up Instagram addiction, and it was like 10 signs you are addicted to Instagram, right? This is from choosingtherapy.com. So, they say it's Instagram direct addiction isn't a formal diagnosis, but it's just a generalized term for like compulsive or problematic use. Now, Ez, you're pretty good about, pretty good is the wrong word because you're just not on it. So I'm giving you credit for not even using the doggone thing. So, but still, why is it for you? You just like, social media. What's the big thing with you and not being so addicted to it or not having it as a part of your regular daily routine?
Well, I look, I see what's going on, a few times a day, just to check it out. But for me, no one cares what my thoughts are. So I said, why interact?
Mm-hmm.
What's the point?
But the thing is, a lot of stuff people be posting, don't nobody care about.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying? No, but it's like they get crazy. What always blows my mind is like the crazy likes people get. It's like, y'all getting likes for that? I mean, we got a cool pod. I don't, you like the pod. What's happening? But I feel like to do social media right, you have to like be, you know what I'm saying? You got to be in it. Does that make sense? Like you can't just kind of fly by night it. You just got to be in it. But to be in it means to like almost be on it all the time. So here are the 10 signs of Instagram addiction. spending excessive time on Instagram. So duh, but more than anything, just like it can the frequency of your being on Instagram. So just opening the app first thing in the morning, using it to pass the time or delay projects. I should have read this before I said this because like that's literally what I do. It's like I just said it, I pass time or to delay. It's like I need a little break. I'll go on Instagram or using it to calm anxieties may indicate a problem. The number two sign is making sure to document everything. Like you just have to record and post everything. I think, having kids put you in that mode. And I peeped it as how we've taught kids how to pose. We've taught kids how to like, this is picture time. You know what I mean? Like background setups. And people are actually great photographers now with their phone because that's literally all we're doing now. But it's like, but when do you kind of say this is not, I can just kind of be here today. I don't have to document this. I don't have to post this. I think in the last year or so, I've really been mindful about like, if I post anything personally, we'll post for the pod, of course, but personally, it's like the chipmunks and maybe like my parents' milestone, birthday, something like that. But it's like for the most part, I just try to enjoy where I am. I still take pictures, but then it was like, what? Because sometimes you'll post something. I'll admit it. We all do it, but I'll admit it. You post something and then you walk away and then you come back to see anybody like it. Did anybody comment? Who said anything? Right? Because that, I guess, it's something we get out of that. And I peeped that one day and I was like, God, I'm not posting because I'm just only posting to get a reaction. This ain't the life I want to live, man. So number 3, sacrificing other activities or relationships. So like now I don't know who doing this. You unintentionally prioritize Instagram over your other responsibilities. Like you might scroll through the feed at work despite the company's policy for social media usage, right? Or you may miss out on real life social interactions, such as caring for a loved one, because you want
companies have social media policies of not going on during work.
Probably have to. Well, on the actual their devices, right? You definitely can't do that. But just because people are so distracted. I mean, if you can sit on the thing and if you don't. I mean, now granted, because you got your own device, it's hard for them to monitor that. But like, if you like, I'm she's been in places like a cashier or something, and you can see them on Instagram. You like, I just want to get some chips. excuse me. I just want to get a couple of chips. Oh, sorry. That happens.
I guess I'm different. I work in media, so
that's part of your job.
We're encouraged to, we gotta know what's going on.
But that's the thing. But it's so in that instance, you kind of proving the point. That's not mindless scrolling. Like that's active. You're looking for stuff. You keep keeping tabs on stuff. You ain't just looking at a cat video or videos of people falling, which I look at. You know what I'm saying? That you looking at sports stuff, man. Let me see. Persistent FOMO, fear of missing out. So shout out, you talked about Sheezy in the beginning at his birthday. Or did we? Did we edit that out? Because we had to change it again. Okay. Sorry. Forgetting our edits.
How did you forget that?
Oh no, sure did, man. Well, happy birthday, Darren. So persistent FOMO, fear of missing out. Now it's like that's when you think you're gonna miss something, like you always gotta look, gotta see. And I will say that probably was a lot of FOMO during the pandemic, like when D Nice was doing those little like DJ sets, and stuff was happening. People like, did you miss it? Miss it. Sorry, you missed it. But it's like you feel like you're gonna miss it. And I thought about this the other. This is a timely article. I was thinking about this. How stuff. Do you need to know everything that's happening on Instagram when it happens? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you need to know?
Aren't you going to at some point find it anyway?
Right. But see, like, for example, okay, we'll talk about this, but like the stuff with Dwight Howard, right? I mean, that stuff is funny on the gram because like you hear about it, hear through it, but it's like, to your point, somebody's gonna show it to you or send it to you in a meme or make a joke about it and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like you have to. It's not like it's when the newspaper came out and they gave you like a special story about some war happening where like you probably should know about this, but they're like, hey, did she know that Kanye might have a new song out? Right? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, gotta share it. Jeez, man. This is making me want to uninstall Instagram the more I read this, man. Number 5, Instagram can make you feel negatively about yourself. So you feel,
Yeah, I've
you know,
heard
talk
that.
about, yeah, and it's like you feel lonely or embarrassed. But I've known people who've had to disable the app because it was like they felt like they weren't living up to the life that people had on Instagram, when we know the stuff people can
Yeah.
kind of doctor it to look like it is
No
when it's
one,
not.
no one shares their negative stuff, right?
I guess I thought about that. Would you follow somebody who goes, "Hey guys, broke again today"?
I'm saying.
Hey
Nobody's sharing
guys,
that.
missed another meal. Woo! Hashtag
Actually, you know
Throwback
what? I
Thursdays.
do know somebody that does that.
Just put all the bad stuff out
I
there.
think that they try to get sympathy. You know?
Okay. Now listen. So we mad when they put the good stuff out there, and we hate when they put the bad stuff out there. Can't win for losing, man. So number 6, deleting content if it doesn't measure up. So that's like you post something, it's like, you know what? I ain't got enough likes. Gotta take it down. It's like maybe yours is like I know people who've done that. I've
So
seen
people are
that.
measuring it and saying, "Oh, I've only got 3 likes. Let's take it
Yeah.
down. It's not good
Yeah.
enough."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like the comments on a post, it's a competition. You may delete it or repost it. Right. So maybe it's like because I think there are certain days that are better to post. Like posting on a Friday isn't good, even though we're going to post this on Friday. So guys, listen. And like on the weekend can be tricky, but like, Monday, I think Tuesday or Wednesday is the best day to post something
Why
on
is that?
Instagram. Just because it's the middle of the week, people look up, it's more likely to scroll. Like a Monday is probably a busy news day. So it's like other stuff to be, it's other stuff to find, but people still post, but like, it's just that Wednesday morning or some Tuesday or Wednesday morning is the best time when people are most likely going to be looking at their phones
Okay.
and scrolling through the apps. Using filters on everything. That's number 7. Shout out to the broski. It take him to he gonna be mad. I'm telling anyway. So he was telling me about like the dating apps on Facebook. Did you know that Facebook has a dating app?
Come on, I'm married, man.
Oh, so I mean, you can still know.
No,
Sorry to the
don't
missus.
know.
I just asked him. Good answer, Ez. You didn't know.
I
So
didn't know.
Facebook has dating apps, and bro, she was telling me like, "Hey, man, they don't look the same in person." He's like, everybody's using these filters, and like with Instagram, and even this is a big Snapchat thing too. Just you have the ability to make yourself, you maybe don't like your face, maybe you're cute, but you can look sexier with the filter, and then that's the face you give out to the world. So people meet your person like, oh, wait a minute, can't be you. People take a picture from the neck up only. You know what I'm saying? Nah, show that fupa. Show who you is.
Wow.
That was aggressive. That was aggressive. That was aggressive. I told you it's the double vaccine shots, man. Got me talking reckless. So the next 3, number 8, denying or hiding Instagram use. So pretty much, I think, and I tell my sons is, if you gotta hide it, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Like if you gotta hide it from me, that's the first sign that it's bad, right? And I think sometimes people probably deny. That's why I try to talk about mine openly. Like I don't want to be on this list, dog. But it's like denying or hiding the Instagram use because it's like they feel shame about it. You're just like, this is just an app of pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like we should not be shame about it. Feeling anxious without Instagram. So like, that's more like a withdrawal thing. Like you just don't feel if you don't feel great if you're not on it. Because used to be times. So when we went to Brazil, speaking of Sheezy and Broski in 06, this you tell us a long time ago because our phones didn't work. And that's probably I remember that vividly. Like that's one of the best weeks I ever had because it was like you were not. And at that time, I had a job. Well, I've always had a job which that's busy, but I had a phone that never stopped ringing, and it's like for 7 days. We weren't checking nothing. Then we just had us a good old time, man.
Back then, you really only could just take phone calls. It's not like
Well, you could. I mean, no, because you're still no, because it's like
we maybe had text messaging.
Books we have Facebook though, right? Yeah, Facebook.
No, Facebook didn't come until not online, or not mobile
On your phone, yeah,
on
very
your
true.
phone, yeah.
Very true. Well, but see, even still, I mean, you killing. Thanks, Ass, for just killing my story.
I'm just saying.
Jeez, so accurate,
That made it so much easier for you.
Very true. But I always wonder, could I do that now?
Nope.
Just turn no, I couldn't. Just turn the
Nope.
phone off. You know what I'm saying? Plus, though, you just so used to people having being able to reach you, like that makes a difference.
Yeah.
And then number 10 is continuing to use Instagram despite wanting to stop. So that you just can't let that narcotic go. That's an issue. So if those are you, I suggest you try to fight that narcotic, man. Get some help because it's just an app. I think that's the name of the episode is.
Is there a social media anonymous out there?
I'm sure it is, but it's probably on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Ezra.
Hi,
And I'm
Ezra.
Facebook.
Man, if you're addicted to Facebook, you got bigger problems. Because older people. Shout out to my sister on Facebook. The Facebook gang, man, they love it. They love it. But so as another story, man. Shot us on Ad Age, and you guys have probably seen it in the news about Kim Kardashian. She is part owner of Skims brand, and they signed a multi-year deal, sponsorship deal with the NBA. And you probably have noticed this. So sometimes they do this trick on TV. They'll put the name of a company on the floor of an NBA game, then you see it disappear. Right? That's because they pay for those rights. It's like, they kind of additional way to get advertising because they don't put the real name on the floor, but you don't know if you're not there. You watching the game, think Skims is a big sponsor. Yeah,
we call that in-game signage in the
there you go.
The industry. Yes.
And so, but shout out to Kim Kardashian because this was a big deal. This was the first, as we talked about this before the show, when we thought Hanes was the sponsor, and Hanes was never a sponsor of the NBA.
I never said no. I said Mike. I said Mike wears
very
Hanes.
true. Well, I mean, at that time, Mike was the NBA, so let's keep it a buck. And but they just ended their 30-year relationship, which was, I guess they like, look, Mike, about that time, bro. We got to find somebody else. Got somebody else. Oh, LeBron.
What if Mike said, "Nah, I don't want to be an underwear spokesman anymore"?
I can't say no money, man. He just sold that team. He need new ways to get some bread. I can't say.
Mike is $3 billion in. He's cool.
Nah, he ain't cool. He ain't cool because Elon Musk is 250 something billion. It's still ways to go, brother. Never give up, Mike. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Mike said, I'm the greatest basketball player of all time. I don't need Elon Musk money.
Hey, man, everybody needs some money. Trust. Because sometimes all you need is $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like that do you right. But Skims, the shapewear brand co-founded by Kim Kardashian, has consistently found ways to stay in the news. So again, they got a lot of they've done a pop-up shop in New York, trying to get a flagship store in LA, and it is worth $4 billion. You guys heard me, $4 billion. So pretty much.
I'm on the Skims website right now.
You gonna buy some?
No, not today. Guess how much a 3-pack costs?
Of what? Underwear?
Of boxer briefs.
$250.
No, not that much. It's not that.
Okay. $89.
No, less than that.
Oh, so that's not bad.
I ain't spending $50 on a 3-pack, dog.
Hey, man, but if this is probably the best underwear you ever had in your life.
Hanes are like I get a 6-pack for $24.
Okay. Scratching your butt,
No, it's very comfortable.
You're gonna be like, wait a minute, this is how underwear's supposed to feel.
Very comfortable Hanes, baby.
Okay, all right, man. I'm just saying, the Skims might change your life. You might be like having all kind of colors at the crib, dog.
I'm cheap, man. I ain't spending $52 on that 3-pack.
But not to be graphic, but that's you making sure something is safe and comforted. I don't think that you invest no money in that.
Hanes has been in the safety for 200 years.
And even Mike said I'm cool on y'all. You see what I'm saying? he done with him, dog. Come on, man.
Nah.
Signals. I tell you every week. Signals.
Not at 52 for a 3-pack. Nah.
Jeez, man. Come on, Ez. They probably the best draws anybody ever had on their
life.
It might
be,
man.
But I'm good.
Yeah. So they talked to Kim Kardashian about this deal. But just again, it's a sponsorship deal, so you will see Skims, like we talked about, as on the integrated kind of the on-air signage. You'll see them at the NBA and WNBA All-Star games, in the play-in tournament. So I mean, and it's really a big marketing deal because she's doing so well from a women's standpoint. I've heard women, like specifically my sisters, say that they, this stuff is great. It fits well. It's expensive, but it's great. And then there is no male equivalent, right? So why not go to the NBA, which attracts a bunch of men that, I'm saying, and kind of put this out there. And some men might not mind paying $50. Because you had me thinking it was $300, dog. But if it's $50, that's I mean, it's pricey, yes, but it's reasonable, right, for what it's supposed to be. So why not use it as a marketing ploy? So, and in the same article, it said the NBA was looking at getting a stake in Skims. It's like, how does Kim Kardashian keep doing it? And it's not even a shady question. You know what I'm saying? It's like, gotta give it to her, dog. Gotta give it to her.
Here we
go.
So, a 3-pack of undershirts.
You still need 3 packs. Okay.
3-pack of undershirts. How much?
3 packs of undershirts. So 3 packs of boxers are 50. The undershirts are probably 80, 85.
Good answer.
See?
$98 for a pack of 3.
Hey, man.
Hell no.
She ain't a billionaire for nothing. I mean, but hey, listen.
I can get a 3-pack of Hanes for $12.99.
That's gonna last you 3 months.
Hey,
so
we'll get some more.
So see what I'm saying? You're gonna end up spending $89 getting them again.
Nah.
Now, but shout out to Kim Kardashian, but it had me thinking, man.
No, it's a great move.
Can't beat it, dude. Great move. And again, just you look at how much, because she was giving advice on just building brands, just kind of like staying on the cutting edge, making sure it's like, why she team up with the NBA? It was like this no-brainer. And even Adam Silver was like, hey, no-brainer. I think the biggest thing that they want to stake in it, they see the importance too. And it's like, she's getting the infusion. You have the NBA as a partner. This stuff is wild. I mean, like, it's wild to think about where she's come from, right? And she even noted, like, she started as a stylist, so she had to cut her own shapewear, yada, yada, yada. It's kind of where she got the idea of running Skims. And now this is it. And it's like, I really believe once you get to a certain point of making money, it's like you just, if you're doing it right, you can't stop making it right. Because now you have enough to invest in something and see it through. You know what I mean? And so shout out to her and to the NBA. I mean, like I said, so get used to seeing it everywhere you go. And I guess she just put a yesterday, a video up on the Skim social media account, Instagram account, that had 2 million likes, like, very soon, because she put up she has a new product, a bra with nipples.
What's that?
Yes, I guess it's for shock factor. So so the nipples show through the shirt.
So they're on the outside of
the bra cup. Yeah. So very uncomfortable talking about this. Dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel bad. I was looking at it like I shouldn't even say it, but it was like, what am I hiding for? Man. I'm not wearing them. Yeah.
That's wild.
Hey,
what are these called?
Just want to look.
I'm gonna look. See what they're selling here. That's crazy.
You're like, it's not too much. Not expensive. It's price is right. Price is right is.
I don't know. That's
Oh, you learn about people talk to them every week for 3 years.
I've never fathomed that would be something. Who came up with that idea?
I think she did. She and the team. They came up with that, man.
But most women are trying to hide that, aren't they?
But you think about a woman like Kim Kardashian, right? She's mostly known for, like, outrageous is the wrong word. She's not like Lady Gaga, where Lady Gaga wearing like cereal boxes and like barbed wire. It's more like Kim. That was wild. Barbed wire cereal boxes. This vaccine got me saying crazy stuff. But it's like, but Kim Kardashian, right? It was very sexual and very what's what I'm looking for? Nice to look at, but it's like, as it was shock factor, like, you see her leg almost out, or you almost see something. So her thing was this nipple added in is like this whole shock value piece that maybe some women will want to have. Maybe they don't want to be cold and have it happen naturally. They just want to have it happen the certain way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop talking
I
about this,
see
but I
how
feel like I'm
this
about to get in
works.
trouble, man. You looking at it now?
Wow.
So
No
you like
comment.
it, huh? No.
No comment. Wow.
Dirty old men, man. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise.
Oh man.
Jeez Louise, man. That's hilarious. But shout out to Kim Kardashian, man. And because you think about people who are successful, she's been doing this for a minute. And just like people who are still successful, late to their 40s, like Martha Stewart got her stuff popping at 41, Vera Wang at 40, you know what I'm saying? So like it's still there, but that's wild. A $4 billion company on top of all the other stuff that she has going to her. So good for her. Good for her in the NBA. Because like you said, it's a good move for everybody all around. And who knows? In a year, hey, if the Skims call us, guess what, is you wearing a $50 pair of drawers, man.
Don't have to give them to me.
Facts on facts, man.
Yeah.
So a couple things before we get out of here, man. So I just want to send an RIP to Aaron Spears. So people may not know who he is, but he was a world famous drummer, and he passed away this week. And like you probably saw a video of this big guy drumming to Usher's "Caught Up," and it was a very viral kind of video. But he passed away recently, man. As a drummer myself, that was just like this life is short, and it's wild. It's like we are at this time where people. Bill Simmons was talking about this on this podcast, just how a lot of people that he followed as like, musicians and what have you are now dying. And it's like, we are of that age, mid-40s, where like people are passing away. And it's like it's to the point you don't even know why. Like it wasn't a sudden accident. It's just like some things health wise. So, just encourage you guys to make sure you were telling the people that you love that you love them, and just as important, that you are also taking care of yourself, that you are managing your health, that you are going to the doctor, you know what I mean, that you are exercising, you know what I'm saying, just because you don't want this life to slip away from you. If it doesn't have to, you don't want to speed up. We all got to go, right? That's a given. We're not gonna be not here forever, but you ain't got to speed it up if you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? So I just encourage you guys, especially you mid-40s, late 40s, like take care of your health, like enjoy your family, because you want to enjoy your people as long as you can, man. That's just and you don't want to just be here. Like I'll say this, I go to physical therapy. I talked about this. I messed up my knee, messed up my quad, so I had to go to physical therapy to get it stronger. And you see people in there, man, just like really, really struggling. Now, I work out, I'm in shape. So like a lot of stuff I'm doing, I'm like, I'm gonna be bigger and better when I'm done. Some of these people are just trying to get to a place where they can manage their life and they can just kind of feel better walking, right? A lot of elderly people in there, just folks that are just trying to just get their back together. Like, again, I don't know what issues they may have had. Sometimes when you are sick and it debilitates you and you're trying to get back, that's one thing. But if you are already active and you can't control that now while you can, you know what I'm saying? Like while you got a chance to actively make yourself better and healthier, like please do so, because you don't want the doctors and nature to take care of that yourself if you can. So please, people, take care of yourself. And one last thing is before we get out of here, because you and I, we know we talk about jokes, we laugh a lot on the pod, but right now, in Israel and in Gaza, like it's just war torn everywhere. And we don't talk about Israel a lot because I like my job, you like your job. But I don't want to say the wrong thing. Because here's the thing. You don't know what's happening. And I want to shout out a pod. I've mentioned it before. It's called Plain English by Derek Thompson. It's on The Ringer. And he does a lot of episodes. He just kind of explain, as the title says, he's explaining things in quote unquote plain English. He just gets down to nuts and bolts, explains it so everybody knows what's happening. And he has a series about the war in Israel. His most recent episode, the one I listened to recently, he just kind of gives you a layout of like, the historical sense of why, the attacks on October 7th, was the 7th or 6th? Well, early in October, why that happened, why there's a war about Hamas, about Palestine, about it. I mean, he gives you a real comprehensive look at what's really happening. So, I know we hear about it and we see it on CNN, and, you don't even know what to think or say, and people making comments, and, these Instagram anchors, right? They telling you what to believe. And some stuff is just out of context, or some stuff ain't even right. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Plain English, Derek Thompson, because again, he's a Jewish man himself. But that's why I'm telling you guys, because I admire that he didn't make it like personal, right? To be necessarily his people were hurt or harmed. He just gave us straight, this is what's happening, this is why it's happening, this is the historical context. And this is important because Dr. Williams always talks to us about, the war on information, and talks about, knowing the context. And again, history is always evolving and why it matters. And I mean, I thought about him as I listened to this pod, because as he talks to us all the time, when you ask Dr. Williams about something today, he'll start talking about 40 years ago and walk you down back to today. And it's like, oh, that's why we're here. Like, we're not just here just because, like, some stuff happened. So, if you can, listen to Derek Thompson, Plain English, on the Ringer, most recent episode, and you'll get a real unbiased kind of look at what's happening, and then you can draw your own conclusions about what you choose to support. And again, this all this stuff matters. The government's giving out money, and all kind of things are happening. You want to be well equipped, because guess what is? We got an election in legit 1 year. You know what I'm saying? And this going to be a wild one. So all this stuff is going to be in the play. We don't get enough credit as you and I. We warn the people, man. We try to tell them. We try to tell them all this stuff. But as Bomani says, believe me now, hear me now, believe me later on. I screwed it up. He said something like that. Anyway, trust what I'm saying. I mean it. You got it. As I missed anything, man?
No, I think you covered it all.
Cool. Well, I'm going to sleep because I'm trying to fill these vaccine shots. But make sure you check out the Super Duper Pod. Follow us. Please subscribe, share. Also, leave a review. Like, we need 5. I got triplets. I got kids. I just told you guys. I got a lot of them. So, help their dad do well and give them a 5. Because, the show is not that bad. So might as well give us a 5, because a 4 is just like, come on, man. What are we doing? A 3, we not average. 2 and a 1, you just hating. So, just give us that young 5, keep it pushing, and say, go, Rob. It sounds great. That'll be fantastic. Again, make sure you follow us at hp53productions.com, and make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, mama, this is the Super Duper Podcast.
We do not complain, we make lemonade out of pain. That's champagne, real pain, champagne from you and I. Wait, you and I? Now that's champagne if you was I. Would you be off on this campaign? Is it suicide if you know that bringing hope here is how careers die? Or do the K stand for kamikaze? The J silent is everywhere, you can feel them probably. Sugar, lately, I've been up late with demons in my basement trying to get me to hate this. Life thinking I should be further, and then I choke up. As soon as I got silent, then the truth spoke up. It said, how you know you ain't perfect? Let that soak up and soak in. You know how you know that you're blessed? I woke up.